Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Coming off of a fantastic Friday night where both of my hockey teams won their playoff matchups. It's bad for my liver, but I'm hoping it'll be good for mental acuity here on Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which might explain why my voice is a little bit hoarse. In any case, we won very, very recently and consistently. I think we did an... Feeling good. I think we did an Eden run last time, so we're probably due for Isaac and then random if I had to guess. We're going to be starting out with MQXN9966. It's very weird. It's not that weird, but it's a little unusual to get a seed like that that's like entirely alphabetic on the top and numeric on the bottom. A little strange. Cricket's body right out the bat is a really cool start, which means inevitably at some point on this run Firemind will show up. There was some real salts in the comments when I said that I wouldn't be picking up Firemind anymore. Maybe it was a... Oh, come on, Cricket's body. Come on with that one. That's my fault, but at the same time, come on. I feel like maybe I was a little bit premature in completely writing off Cricket's body. Not Cricket's body, Firemind. Cricket's body, I think, is wonderful. Firemind has a little bit more of, variable impact on it. Yes, I do know that there is a Tinted Rock back there. We'll be going for it. Not a Tinted Rock, sorry. A Spirit Heart, and we'll be going for that once we get the opportunity to. And by that, I mean... once we're either so scared of death that we feel forced into picking it up. I'm going to try one bomb right here, just in case we manage to get a quarter or something. That could be pretty game-changing this early. We are at 6 cents, though, which is like double Spirit Heart territory if we want it. And I feel pretty good now that we've picked up that extra red heart there. I've been taking some dumb damage right at the start here. I don't think there's any, doubt about that. The question is, do I want to pick up a Spirit Heart right now before we fight this boss? And I'm gonna say yes, just in case it's the not the Fallen. That would be great, potentially. Just in case it's, the Haunt. And it is. There is a non-zero, but probably extremely unlikely chance that I wanted to ensure myself against. That the Haunt could actually do, like, 2.5 damage to us. I hope that he does 0 damage to us. If we do get hit... Oh, geez, that was very close. If we do get hit, what we can always end up doing is, yes, we lose a Spirit Heart, but we can go buy a Spirit Heart from the shop and probably be totally fine. Might ruin our chances of getting an arcade on the next floor, but I think an arcade is substantially less valuable than being able to guarantee ourselves a great chance at a deal with the devil, especially considering we've already fought who most people would probably consider the hardest boss. Hell, on Wednesday's stream, Cobalt said that the Haunt was his choice for the hardest boss. Not in the entire game, but, at the very start. I'm gonna try this. I know this seems stupid. It was stupid, given what we got out of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that key either. It was stupid given what we got out of it, but I thought maybe, that golden chest would pay out amazingly for us and we'd be in a great position. Now I will go back and get the key, just doing a little bit of, like, trinket min-maxing here is the heady way that I would describe it, even though that's not really that big of a deal either way. Let's go pick this up, and as much as I'd love to have the opportunity to get Champion Belt, we will not. Instead, we'll be extremely happy with the fact that we got Cat of Nine Tails. That plus Cricket's body is going to give us a lot of damage dealing potential as we head down to the next floor. Feeling very good about our chances here. Especially Cricket's body. I am a little worried about Curse of the Unknown, I'll admit. But Cricket's body, Death's Touch. It's not really a classic combination. It doesn't show up that often. But I would like to have it. If we can get it. Maybe 2 of clubs, 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds is still fine. Oh, that was really weird. I thought there was like a blue jelly bean on the ground there or something like that. I got excited for a second. That was unnecessary. 2 of diamonds can be good as well, but I was hoping to be able to blow up that Tinted Rock and, who knows, maybe pick up some delicious money from the pot as well. This would be a good place for you to blow up, but you didn't blow up and give me anything for it, so go fudge yourself. Sorry for the strong language. Now we have another... It's really, like, nice to shoot the poop when it breaks apart so easily. Money equals power is great as well. This actually gives us a huge impetus not to spend any money, or much money. And in a couple of floors, especially if we get bombs so we can blow up our donation machines, find our secret rooms, etc., etc., we could end up having the +4 damage, roughly, that you get from Having 99 cents plus money equals power. That plus Cricket's body plus Cat of Nine Tails is a pretty extraordinary start for us, damage-wise. And we're Isaac, so HP-wise, we're doing totally fine. And we won't really have to worry about that unless we end up having, like, multiple trades right here. Which is not inconceivable, of course. There's not going to be, in all likelihood, a blood bank on this floor, so we can get away with, you know, not necessarily min-maxing the rainbow poop that effectively. It's probably unlikely to matter, and I do believe that we have 1 full spirit hearts. So, no tinted rocks, no bombs anyway, but we have 1 full spirit heart, so we're still not even close to being in the danger zone for, you know, losing our ability to get a deal with the devil here, which, you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. That's how you end up getting these losses where you shouldn't have these losses, but I think that we've got maybe a pretty good chance of balling out of control as early as is humanly possible here. This is like, you know, being born and you're already like, you know, the #1 ranked professional basketball prospect or something like that. Like you're the child of Michael Jordan and Cheryl Swoops or something like that. I mean, I know that that's a pretty Lamarckian way to look at evolution. I know that human evolution doesn't really work that way. You get the idea is what I'm trying to say. You know what? While we're back here, I know I just used a bomb to get a spirit heart to insulate our deal with the devil chances, but I figured why don't we try this anyway? And the pills could be worth it. No bad trip. Pheromones. Health up. Okay, we're up to 4 health now. Was it worth it? Long term, yes. Short term, if we end up getting hit a couple of times on the boss, it could negatively affect our DWTD chances, which would be not so fantastic. I like our odds, though. Especially considering we've already fought the Haunt. Hopefully we get to, you know, Pin would be ideal here. And that's going to be super easy. I don't know why. Pin and the Haunt, they need their own, like, buddy cop show because they show up all the freaking time on the cellar. Which I like. I mean, I like, especially if you fight Pin second, it makes your life a little easier. We'll talk about that. I think we'll probably, yeah, based on this, we're going to end up re-rolling Caffeine Pill. We know there's a Health Up Pill in our rotation, but it's not worth the risk there. I'd rather just have the raw HP. That's fine by me, and we're going to pretty much have like a no-shop run here, I think. That's my guess of how it's going to go down. We'll open this up, and most of the reason we're going to open those up is not necessarily because I'm expecting great things, and not necessarily because I need great things, but I would just love to pick up a little extra cash. Every penny we pick up is essentially doubled. It's almost like we've got a little humbling bundle that's just kind of occupying our slot over there, but that's not the most efficient way of looking at it, or the most accurate way of looking at it. It doesn't really matter, but we're not going to get humbling bundle on this run probably because I don't see myself spending much money. I may start going to the shops though, and I think that most of you can probably figure out for yourselves why that is. First off, if there's just an amazing item in there, there's like 3 reasons, I guess. First off, if there's an amazing item in there, I want to crack at it. Secondly, like Mom's Key, for example. Secondly, if there's greed, I want either the Steam sale to make it easier to buy stuff from the shop on a, you know, fixed income, or just to pick up the money that greed would drop. Thirdly, we could blow up our donation machine if we don't actually care about it, and I'm on the fence about that. Sometimes I care about it, sometimes I don't. Kind of like eating my vegetables, you know? Go through periods in my life where I eat a lot of salads, then I go through periods in my life where I'm like, when was the last time that, like, broccoli touched my lips? It's not good, man. You gotta get that riboflavin in you. Gotta get that riboflavin. Does, you know. Don't blame me. Blame the Black Eyed Peas for ruining the expression, gotta get that. That's not my fault. I am not William. William. It's Will.I.am, I guess. This poster. I don't take it on principle because I don't know what it does, and that scares and intimidates me and forces me to confront my own ignorance. And we aren't having that shit. I am going to live inside of my little rebirth bubble where I'm safe and I'm always right, and that's a funny joke. For now, though, this is a great start. I love early Cricket's body. Just any of those, like, synergy bases. Rubber cement, Cricket's body, $3 bill sometimes. Tiny planet if you have, like, decent damage. Technology, too. Spoonbender's another one. Spoonbender's the best one in that category. Like, it fits the best, I should say. Not necessarily the best one. It's always nice to get those early because, you know, you get your brain spinning with potential synergies that could result in the game. I don't know what our odds are actually going to be of seeing some of them, but we're about to find out, I guess. And by about to, I mean some point nebulously in the future, which may be now or could be later. Still making like no money here. We could actually really use an arcade, which is great because we are going to be saving our money, so like an arcade is a pretty realistic thing to expect on the next floor. And we could play the crap out of it. We got a lot of HP. There are things I would buy from the shop here, to be like 100% totally honest with you. I would buy Piggy Bank or Fanny Pack. We don't have that option. Instead, I am going to kind of go for, you know, mutually assured destruction here. We picked up what I'm going to refer to as 8 cents for now. I don't think the battery... I mean, I do think the battery is really useful, but I think more useful than the battery is getting to +4 damage as soon as possible. That's a huge increase in our killing potential. And the more... oh, crap. The more damage we're doing, the less damage we're going to take. It's the second principle of Isaac. First principle is you need enough HP to survive, and no more. And the second principle is that after you've fulfilled principle number 1, you gotta get as much damage as possible. Or you can just get some bullshit tier effects and, you know, find yourself unkillable as a result of something like Pyro and their, you know, Nod Leaf freaking Placenta sit around for 10 minutes waiting to regenerate some health. Not really my style. Mega Fatty is not going to be too bad because of these statistical upgrades that we've had, and I'm very thankful for that. We're just going to keep moving here. We got some range advantage over Mega Fatty. He's not going to be able to reach us. Spoonbender, by the way, or Rubber Cement would also be amazing pickups right now. I'd be very excited to have them. Ipecac would, it would be interesting. I'm going to say that that's probably not something I'm going to deliberately take, but a Curse of the Blind, you know, it happens from time to time. That is a fantastic upgrade for us, growth hormones, and we finally have an actual devil deal. I don't think I'm going to use the paw, though. I think I'm just going to reroll it immediately, and that'll give us some more damage via the pentagram, and that's looking pretty great. Great deal with the devil chances in the future, and one guppy item of potential 3. Well, they're potentially like 5 or 6, but we could theoretically be content with 3. We haven't become guppy in... well, we didn't become guppy in the last episode. No, we did. Okay. I had to, you know, crawl through my memory machine here and see if we became guppy recently. We did, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to complain a little bit. We've been becoming guppy a lot less than is normal for us. And that's not to say we've had bad runs. But more to say, like, I'm a little surprised. You know, the luck in Isaac, it ebbs and flows. I'm not sure which one of those is good. I've never been informed. Is it better to ebb or to flow? I mean, to flow seems good. Everyone's always like, you know, relax and check low, relax yourself and let the sugar low flow. That's what I've always heard. That's what Camp Low told me. No one ever says anything about ebbs. They're like, oh, I was really ebbing last night. I got into my ebb state. Have you heard that new rapper, Northern Lion? He ebbs like crazy. One of these days, though, I'll figure it out, man. We gotta modernize the English language. I want it to be in, like, I want there to be words that are like SI units, that are just the mutually agreed upon standard. Ebbs and flows? What is this? Not everything in life is about canoeing, Merriam and or Webster. You gotta broaden your freaking horizons there. That is not a good assortment of pills for us. That's alright, though. We've been to our item room, we got Juicy Sack. We have not been to our shop. We can't go to the mob trap room. Is this Caves 2? It must be Caves 2. I've gotta look. Hate Amnesia, man. I've gotta look for, an arcade, because it would really... There's a theoretical chance that I could get up to, like... I don't know, maybe 40 cents? That's a little optimistic, but we got some bombs that we can use. I expected to deal with the devil as a result of the fact that we do have, the pentagram. Hoping for Lump of Coal. Lump of Coal seems like it would be really cool, synergistically with Cricket's body, so we'll take it. That also selfishly allows me to reroll that, and we got Magic Mushroom out of it instead, which is a much better pickup for us. Everything 100% coming up Millhouse right now. Could use some more Spirit Hearts. That's pretty much my only complaint, though. This is very, very, very nice. Game right now making a pretty good case for taking Black Candle, though. We did get an arcade, so this is a big moment. Don't die. I know that there's a Demon Judgment. I kind of have to, I think, say no to the Demon Judgment unless we get a Blood Bag payout. As much as I hate to do it. Yeah, we can live with Child's Heart for now, for sure. We're up to 22 cents, and I was thinking we blow up this guy. And then we'll blow up this guy kind of as like a last resort. We got a half red heart out of that. I'll gamble that one away in the hopes of getting maybe Blood Bag. I know you know, that was a stupid play because I could have played the Demon Judgment at the same time. That's just, you know, me not thinking until the last second there. A little stupid. Hopefully we get enough red hearts here that I can start playing the game again. Pheromones. Eh, why not? Pheromone's one of those pills that's, you know, good enough to save, but I usually use it right now. Whenever I get it. Good. Appreciate the red heart. We can go back and atone for our earlier mistake by maybe allowing us to play the Blood Bank and the Demon Judgment at the same time. Get some money and maybe an item out of it. We could get Contract from Below, which would be huge. Let's see what we got in here. It's a real shop. I sort of don't think that we need to... Oh, that's so good. I don't think that we need to buy anything. Yet, anyway. If we wanted to buy Nun's Habit, like, I can understand the value therein. I'm gonna completely fuck over our donation machine here. Because we can, basically. Because we get an advantage out of it. And probably this one... I'll consider this one good enough. Yeah, we're gonna be at 49 cents. I'll double it. Now we're at 98 cents. And that is pretty much where we want to be for damage. And we're just absolutely destroying these enemies now. Hematomesis is a pretty big pickup here. The risk, and it is a real risk, is that I end up, you know what, we might as well buy something, because we're going to get some money back right now. It's a real risk is, yeah, let's get Nun's Habit. I end up dying on the next floor by gambling a little bit too hard on the arcade. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm pretty much, I don't want to say guaranteed, but I'm very, very likely to be one-shotting most enemies, so... Most non-boss enemies anyway, so... Not expecting anything. Like, this is a compromise, I think. You could play the Demon Judgment twice instead, but, you know, we are still getting the benefit of the extra damage. What do you got for me? I was hoping maybe Lover's card. Oh, that was almost botched. The Fool is not bad, though. I'm gonna give you the last two. Lovers, Sun, Devil. Alright. I think it's too late for the Fool to be good for us. I know I just said it's not bad. And I do believe that. However... I guess we'll check this out, too. I do believe that. However, the odds of us actually being able to use it for boss rush is pretty low. And apart from that, what are we going to use it on? Teleporting out of a curse room? I'm not saying that's meaningless. I'm just saying, you know, maybe not that meaningful. I got to share something with you guys. I'm really proud. It's Saturday, April the 18th. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Or is it Paul Blart 2 Mall Cop? I don't know. It's an important distinction. It came out yesterday. And I gotta say, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I made one hell of a tweet today. I said, new name for Kevin James films in that genre, Blart House. And I'm just sitting here, I've got Twitter in the background. I gotta say, it's really helping out my clout score. It's going freaking viral. You can look for me on whatever that Comedy Central television show that shows funny tweets on the internet. Midnight, is that what it's called? So, you know, coincidentally, that is pretty much when I do most of my best tweeting, in case you're wondering. I'll be there. I mean, I won't be there, but maybe my content will be there. Probably not, though. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's damage we can afford to take, but really, really don't want to. And Child's Heart has bailed me out pretty early here. I was thinking we'd probably be safe. I am surprised that we didn't get a payout from the Demon Judgment. You know, the arcades are a little bit more variable. The Demon Judgment usually pays out around 6. Not always, but often. I can see forever. That was worth it. Luck down was definitely not. Mr. Mega? It probably is. And then I think we can just bounce a bomb in there. And it'll give us the Devil card. And now we're pretty much back in the same position we were just in. Which is to say, we're very scared. But definitely hopeful that Pick up some red hearts or black hearts here. I'm not going to be picky. Come on. I'm not going to be picky, but I am going to be insufferable until we get a payout. Two-shotting the Gurglings is a really, really good indication of where we're at right now. So many hosts. Not even a single tarot card. Man. Not even black cards, just a tarot card. A justice card, a lover's card. Anything along these lines would help out quite a lot right now. We may blow that up and use a key to see if we can quickly get some red hearts. Cricket's head, we should have the cricket transformation now. I would be surprised if there was not one of those in Afterbirth. One key for 2 bombs. You know, I understand the cost of this. I think it's worth it. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Keys are more valuable, I think, but we may need the bombs to give us HP in a pinch here, so I'm happy. The Cricket's body pickup is just extraordinary, of course. That's fantastic. Hematemesis is an amazing pill for us here. And again, for the second time this floor, we have been saved. We have not taken red heart damage either. Cricket's body, that's where you come in. This is an XL floor. It is a theoretical possibility that we could do boss rush. I wouldn't get your hopes up. But I will have it kind of on the back of my mind in case we find our secret room. Sorry, not our secret room. In case we find our boss room and probably our shop and probably our second item room right away here. Which is not likely. There's a lot of, you know, ends in that sentence. I wouldn't bet on it. But stranger things have happened. The devil card could allow us to beat Mom very quickly. If that's the route we decide to go with it. There's our shop. Very good chance at a deal with the devil. Not happy about that. I think I'm going to skip the shop for now, just on the off chance that our item room is over here, because we only have 1 key. I don't want to lose our damage bonus from money equals power. In the whole scheme of things, it's probably very, very minor. But I wouldn't mind not doing it as well. Ringworm. Something to be said about it, but I like Child's Heart in this situation. So this is a really nice run here. Pretty much just like, how can you not like this run? It's like a really well-made ham sandwich. Hey, if I asked you what your favorite sandwich was, most people probably would not say ham. They would say, oh, that ham sandwich it's too traditional. It's not remarkable enough for me. Where's the capers? Where's the rocket? Where's the arugula? Well, you know, who's going to turn down a well-made ham sandwich? Let me answer your question with another question. Who's going to turn down a ham sandwich? All of a sudden, the ham sandwich just got fucking wild. Why would you do this, Northern Lion? Well, say what you will about me. I historically like to have a little bit of a commitment to the absurd in Isaac. And I think deliberately making bad decisions is a lot of fun. What we have to watch out for is, holy shit, the Cricket's body shots with Ipecac. I told you we were gonna get Ipecac, man. Did I not say that earlier? We should probably not get a deal with the devil here now, by the way. But maybe we'll get a Spirit Heart here. Blood Clot. I appreciate the range upgrade, I think. And we are doing so much damage. You know what would be amazing right now? Spoonbender. And any tinted rocks in here? I don't think so. We'll head down to the next floor. There's pretty much no doubt in my damn mind that this would have been a 1-run if I did not just take Ipecac. But sometimes you gotta try, you know, snorting the salt and squirting the lemon in your eye. You just can't do things the normal way your entire life, you know? If we did that, we'd never have penicillin, 4 Loko, ketchup Doritos. Those are real. Almost got me there. I would like to get a deal with the devil. Yeah, careful there. I would really like to get a deal with the devil on this floor. Anything like Dark Bum would be particularly amazing. It's alright, we got our Spirit Heart back there. I don't even know what killed you there. But I'm happy it happened. Yeah, Dark Bum would be probably my favorite item pickup right now. Figured that was probably safer that time than trying to go the explosive route. Oh my god, okay. Stop moving into the bullets as you shoot them. I didn't get hit, but I'm lucky I did not get hit. Of course, if we want Spoonbender... Must have been a spider that killed those wall masters before. If we want Spoonbender, it's probably going to have to happen on the chest. That extra spirit heart means the world to me right now. Our spiders are doing so much damage. I'm so thankful for that. Just trying to see if maybe there was a tinted rock that I'd missed. That was not a smart bit of damage there. Let's let our spiders do some of the dirty work for us. Thank you. We can always use bombs in combat. Nothing wrong with that. Almost certainly should have been hit there. This is spider territory as far as I'm concerned. We'll throw in like a real bomb, which gives us just a little bit of space. Ah! That's gonna happen a lot on the womb. I hate the rocks on the womb. The absolute worst. Alright, I'm proud of us for that right there. That was pretty good. We're gonna be fighting Conquest. That will be a reroll if we don't get a deal with the devil. I was gonna say, I was waiting for him to go to phase 2, but it doesn't exist. I think I have to go the Brimstone route. I know it's gonna ruin our synergy here, but it guarantees us the win, so I gotta take it. Then I figured we'd reroll the other two, and they're not that good, and something I've been trying to shy away from lately is just taking deals with the devil for the sake of taking them and being like, I'm gonna live forever, and then I die on the chest. I think, you know, we cut our teeth on that Ipecac synergy that was probably awful, and now we can reap the benefits. I'm excited for it. Should be like more than one-shotting everything. It does suck, you know, we ruined Cricket's body, but I had my fun and now it's time to move on. I don't think I'm going to play the Judgments. I'm very, very happy. Why do we have poison damage? Am I missing something? Why am I not remembering that I have poison damage? What did I pick up? Ipecac. Oh, I did not know that the Ipecac effect actually transfers over. That's my bad. I mean, I should have known that. Chocolate Milk Brimstone might be broken. I don't know if it's broken. That would have been cool with our earlier setup. But how am I to know, man? How am I to know? Maybe Soy Milk shows up next. Maybe I should have just taken Shoop the Whoop. Nah, that's just crazy talk. That's the emotions talking, alright? But I shouldn't be emotional, really. I'm not emotional, really, as well. Let me pull the veil back on that one. But we are probably going to get our 5th win here. It's the longest streak we've had in about a week, which doesn't sound that big of a deal, but is actually really nice for me for morale purposes. You know, I got into an equilibrium of pretty much winning 9, 10, 11, 12 runs, then losing one, 9, 10, 11, 12 runs, losing one. And then I lost my mojo, baby, and now I'm hoping that I'm back, but you never know if you don't go. That's what I've always heard. I pretty much hate amnesia. Maybe, no, we've definitely been there. Is there a way up here that I missed? Oh, my mental map is all fucked. But I think that's a new judgment. We've had a couple on this floor, but I think that's a new one. Not a nude judgment. Although, to be honest with you, what Judgment chooses to do or not do in the privacy of his own home between consenting adults is none of my fucking business. But while we're here at the office, Judgment, I expect you to put some clothes on, okay? You know, I could go back for that bomb. Bomb's a little bit less valuable to me now that I don't have to worry about accidentally murdering myself with Ipecac on a regular basis. The charge time on Brimstone is so low here, it's glorious. And really, like, this is not entirely Brimstone's doing that this fight is over so quickly. It's not quite over yet, obviously, but it's mostly the fact that we had cultivated a very large spider army there, which is probably the scariest sentence you can put together using the words already existing in the English language. And I have to add that in there so you can't come up with some kind of bullshit eldritch horror word like eldritch horror, not like eldritch prostitute. Some eldritch horror word like Flargenmargen. A beast that comes from the deep and tickles you with its mustache of jellyfish tentacles. Okay. Now it's time to play the heal again, and the way that I play the heal is by skipping consumables like bombs, but even I'm not crazy enough to skip a key in this situation. Even though we didn't take Guppy's tail, it would be nice for us to open all of the chests on the chest, just so we don't miss out on any dope synergies. Put this down here. We get bomb. And this has really been, apart from like a little bit on the Depths 1, this has just been a run. Maybe that was the Depths 2. No, I think it was the Depths 1, because we had the Depths XL. Right. It was the Depths XL. Apart from a little bit on the Depths XL, this has been a run that's been pretty comfortable start to finish. We ended up having like 7 HP by the second floor, I think. And, you know, I really can't stress enough how important it is that we got an item like Cat of Ninetails right off the bat. I hesitate to say it like set the tone or anything like that, because the items we get at the start, outside of special items, I guess, don't really have an effect on the items that show up later. But getting that early damage upgrade just sets you up so nicely, and the fact that we had the Spirit Hearts to work with as well is a huge benefit for us. Bombs are key. I like it. I like it well enough. I don't think that's going to be our secret room. So the question becomes, do I want to go to the cursed room? And I think the answer is honestly yes. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's okay so far. It's not worth what we're going to pay for it. 2 of Hearts. I do think that's a little bit better. We'll go back for the key. I do think that's a little bit better than the Devil card, because it can get us out of a jam. Devil card is going to give us extra damage, which is like entirely unnecessary. We're already doing extremely well on that front. Alright, what items do I want to see on the chest? Obviously, Spoonbender is awesome. There's a Tinted Rock back there. Obviously, any, like, Polyphemus, Proptosis, those are, like, no-brainers. But I would actually like to see... Well, Infestation 2 is a great item, so I feel bad asking for it. But that would be awesome, because really, if we could generate more spiders and flies, like, that would be an incredibly useful thing for us to have happen. It's the easiest shortcut to damage, I think, short of actually getting a damage upgrade, is just being able to spawn more spiders and flies. But the truth is, we're probably pretty much set here, whether we know it or not. The only problem will be if I end up getting, like, whittled down on the chest or something like that. But we took out Isaac in maybe 10 hits. That means most enemies on the chest are going to go down in probably about 2, so... hard to sweat it. Curse of the Lost freaking sucks, though. Alright, we'll take Satanic Bible. Sagittarius is a speed upgrade. We'll take Quad Shot because it's a little weird. It does give us 4 beams. Makes our charge rate much slower. We got the Body, Dry Baby. I think we'll take Dry Baby and probably leave the Body and Bob's Curse, which is not to say that the Body is a bad pickup here. It's just not that cool. It suffers from an image problem, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We could re-roll it into something that's more fun. More funky. We need it to really trend with the 13 to 17-year-olds right now. And the Body is just old and stodgy. I'm loving Quad Shot Brimstone. A lot of people think that Quad Shot Brimstone is a net negative. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I have been tweeted by people that are like, I ruined my run with Brimstone by taking Quad Shot. And I can understand why you would think that, but I don't think that's how it works. I think it gives you such a huge damage bonus. All you have to do is make sure that... We'll take this for the half-heart interval, if nothing else. All you have to do is make sure that you're actually landing the shot in question. And as long as you're going to be landing your Brimstone shots with some reliability, the charge, the rate of fire is not so bad for you, I think. Dark Bomb is an enormous pickup for us here. I asked for it a little earlier, but I'm not gonna be salty that it just showed up now. You know, it takes some. Maybe it lives like outside of the city. It's got to take the train in. That can take a while. Might as well take an amnesia pill. That's an amnesia pill of pure defiance. All I want is chests at this point. Like, if you're just gonna give me consumables, fudge off, Tony. I saw that somebody on one of the subreddits asked, who's this Tony Northern Lion's always talking about? Is this like a friend Tony or something like that? Is this a song about a superhero named Tony? It's called Tony's Theme? Thank you for the Spirit Heart. No, there is a viral video. I think it turned out to be staged, but it was a video from a few years ago of like a school play, or at least with child actors, like really young kids, doing Scarface, which is, you know, a notoriously violent and vulgar movie in terms of its language. So they'd say things like, fudge you, Tony, you're a fudging mother fudger. And I was like, that's kind of funny, you know. You don't expect kids to be saying stuff like that. There's the humor. And then Michael A. L. Fox said it all the time, and I stole it from him, as I've stolen most of my comedy from him. Influenced by him, I should say. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That was an easy one. We'll be back with a random run next. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.